Hello and welcome to Gusto Reaction on Gusto TV. My name is Ifeoluwa and I'm with Lala one of Lagos.
No, there's already a Lala of Lagos.
There's Lala of Lagos. Okay, there's Lala of Gusto.
Okay, Lala of Gusto sounds fine.
Yeah. How are you, Lala?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm fine, I'm good. And happy new month.
Happy new month. Any present, anything for me, anything for
the
people are already giving me things for new month. Somebody is dashing me a Jesse. What are you dashing me?
What I'm dashing you? We'll see when so many things happening. That's the thing. So I do not even remember. I'm thinking about the children, the girl.
You children.
You know all those things trending on Twitter. I'm emotional.
Emotional.
Yeah, so guys, welcome to another episode of Gusto Reaction. Thank you guys for all you do for us. Thank you for comments.
Yeah.
Even if they break my heart sometimes, well, thank you so much. Thank you. We love you. And of course, if you are new to this channel, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can get our content once they drop. Yep. Margaret, don't borrow my word again. Yeah, so that today we'll be discussing about of course music. But streaming, more of streaming platform. Recently music has gone beyond seeing CD on the road and buying discs and all of that. It has totally changed due to the advent of internet. So how do you think how well has Nigeria adapted to that?
Well, Nigeria is still in the process of adapting. I know what used to be popular back then was CDs and mixes and all that. So we're still in the process of, getting acquainted with streaming platforms. Okay. But I think things are changing. There's been a lot of investment in that aspect. We've seen the rise of all these big streaming platforms come to Nigeria. Apple Music, Spotify recently now available in Nigeria. So a lot of these things are happening. Also, AudioMack also came. Their user base was just increased all of a sudden. That prompted them to even come to Nigeria and set up an office. AudioMack have an office in Nigeria. Wow. So and they are making big plans. Recently now they even signed a deal with MTN for people who subscribe to get free and things like that. So it's a work in progress. We have also Boomplay locally who have been doing their thing. All Android, Techno and Infinix phone companies install with Boomplay, so that helps their user base to grow. So people are gradually doing music streaming and buying music in Nigeria, but it's way better than what it used to be 10 years ago, 5 years ago. It's way better these days, but there's still room for improvement.
Because I still see discs of people's song on the streets, especially in the traffic.
No. See, it's all part of it. There are people who don't have car MP3s. Majority of the cars in Nigeria are old cars. So people don't connect and say they want to stream digitally or things like that. So those mixes, they still play a part, but then maybe they're not as important as they used to be. People used to brag about selling copies. You see Adekunle Gold's first album. He bragged about how many copies he sold. MI's first album. These people go to marketers and actually sell the rights of that CD to the marketers. So the marketer now distribute and sell and make as much money and everything. So that's how that's how people used to promote their songs in Nigeria, and people still do anyway. Okay, so today we're looking at AudioMack. AudioMack has a large number of Nigerians. And when I was checking up on the use of AudioMack in Nigeria, I couldn't get a specific percentage, but one thing I was coming across a lot of time was that if a Nigerian artist is celebrating or saying, oh, my music has reached this amount of streams, like 70% of that streams come from AudioMack. Well, that's based on the research I did. I might stand to be corrected though. So that shows that a large number of Nigerians are using AudioMack. Well, not necessarily a large number of Nigerians. But what we should understand is AudioMack as a platform is easy to actually stream on there. You don't necessarily have to have a subscription. You could just go on the website and listen to free music. Well, up until recently, they started paying these guys some royalty, but initially it used to be a free platform to upload and listen to music, something like SoundCloud back then. So these days, not just only Nigeria, across Africa, there's been a huge increase in the amount of users that use AudioMack. That's why it's easy for African songs, Nigerian songs to enter a trending worldwide chart on AudioMack. This is, they see a lot of people use it. That's why it prompted them to come to Nigeria and set up an office. So it's true that a lot of Nigerians actually do use AudioMack. There's most likely more users of AudioMack than Apple Music and Spotify combined in Nigeria.
Wow. Okay. So now, the certain artists has a lot of streams when it comes to AudioMack, such as Olamide, Bella Shmurda. They have about Olamide has 1.38 million listeners on AudioMack, and Bella Shmurda has about 1.86 million monthly listeners on Audio. That's big for an artist. So what would you say about that? Is there a particular audience that is it that the audience that listens to this because they're from the streets?
No, you see, like I said, it's not. If you're looking from a Nigerian angle, you will feel majority of these listeners are from Nigeria, which is false. AudioMack is available virtually anywhere in the world. So this listener base that you see is a accumulation of everybody. So it's not necessarily 1 million people in Nigeria. They never even reach. I don't think they're even up to 500,000. If I'm going to be honest, I don't think up to 500,000 that use AudioMack in Nigeria. But it's still something anyway. I think majority of that user base, it's outside of Nigeria and inclusive of Nigeria. But so majority of them, you can say is a combination of the world, and then let's say a certain percentage, like 20% of that value are from Nigeria, which you can say is fair. It's good as well.
Okay, so can we now say coming to the Nigerian market, does even if it's just 500 people that listen to their song, but would you say that AudioMack in Nigeria belongs to the streets based on how much these guys who are top in the streets music do on AudioMack?
Okay, we know for a fact that the average Nigerian, when it comes to, and I don't know, not even Nigerian, at the average young Nigerian, I mean, this is based off of discussions I've had with young people, teenagers who are like 15, 16, who don't use iPhones. The next go-to app for streaming music is AudioMack, which is good. Some of them, they don't really see boom play as an option because, I don't know, maybe it's not attractive enough to them. And then maybe it's limited in the amount of music. Because even them as artists or even as upcoming artists, the first thing they think about when they want to put out their music is AudioMack. So I think the user base of AudioMack in Nigeria, within the teenagers, or maybe when you start getting to maybe 21 to 30 years old, there's a lot of users who actually, even people on the streets. Also, it takes less data as compared to the others. For example, Apple Music streams at HD while listening, Tidal, Spotify. These apps take a lot of streaming. But the sound quality of AudioMack, because it's been at a lower bit rate, it's very, it doesn't consume as much data as these other ones. That's why a lot of people see it as something they can use. Like you can say that yes, people do. A lot of people use AudioMack a lot because of that reason. So
in conclusion, we cannot say that AudioMack belongs to a genre of music or a set of people.
Who are these set of people?
I talked about Olamide and Bella. They're in the street music. They have
street guys.
Yes.
Well, that would be one way to look at it. You can't just point out those two and say, oh, that's why. But then if you actually look at it in a broader sense, the most streamed artists from Nigeria on AudioMack, apart from the top 3, you see an Olamide, who recently, had been said to have had the most successful, the most streamed projects of 2020 on AudioMack. He's not a street artist. You see on that list these other guys. You'd see Fireboy. It's not a street artist. A lot of these other secular arts that are non-street. I bet you see more non-street guys than street guys on there. So I wouldn't say AudioMack is for the street based off of this, but based off on usage, you can say that people who are that word is strong, but I'm going to use it. People who are conscious about the amount of data they use. And we know that that's a lot of people in Nigeria. If you're going to say because of that they would use an AudioMack, then you may have a point, but not based off because of the listeners or the type of listeners that Olamide, Bella Shmurda have. No, it won't be so. But it will be based off of people who are conscious of how much data they use. Then yes, AudioMack, and you can see by the deals that AudioMack is MTN users should be using AudioMack for free in a bit. So. Okay,
so that's what we can get. Lala has said that AudioMack doesn't have to do with whether the street or non-street. It's more sort of economical.
Yes, economical.
It's more of the economical.
And that's why their payout is very, very economical. Wow. So all these people that celebrate 20,000, 30,000 streams, they never earn anything for AudioMack. Then when they convert how much is being paid out for these things, it's nothing to write home about. That's why the big artists, they don't really pay much attention to it.
So AudioMack. Okay, so there we go. AudioMack, or generally streaming platform. I think Nigeria use it based on it's the economical impact it will have on their pockets. So this is where we'll say goodbye. Lala has said it, of course, as usual. Yeah, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Please subscribe if you're new to this channel, and also click on the notification bell. Yeah, we'll see you next time. Adios.